Regina Rich,
Carla Hughes,
Carl Blanton, Jordan Rich,
Chase Porter,
Peggy Blanton, Jackson Rich,
Cody Porter.
Throughout life, we are constantly saying hellos and goodbyes. Whether it be a goodbye hug or a kiss to a loved one before you're leaving for work, or an exuberant hello as you walk through the door only to embrace your loved one after a long day of being apart. I can still remember the first time I said hello to my dog Gus. I begged my parents for years to bless my sisters and I with a dog. And even though it always ended up in a no, I knew I wouldn't give up until I had a dog to call my own. I began to petition at school by writing countless stories about dogs. It got to the point where my second grade teacher, Miss Zuena, called my parents and begged them to get me a dog so I would write about something else. On the 4th of July, when I was 7 years old, my parents had left me with my grandparents for the day, and they came home with the biggest smile on their faces. They told me it was time to drive home and to get into the car. I remember opening up the car door to the sweetest, most innocent animal I had ever laid my eyes on. I was in total shock. After years of petitioning, I had finally gotten the dog that I had always wanted. Little did I know that dog was going to be a total hellion. I loved him more than life itself, and even though he wasn't so sure about me at first. You see, Gus wanted to make sure I knew he was the alpha dog, and in order to get this point across, he used me as a human pincushion. Now, I know what you may be wondering, what does that mean? I mean, I was his own personal chew toy. I vividly remember my parents always saying, "Do not get down on his level, Audrey," and like clockwork, within 5 minutes, I would be running and crying to my mom because, of course, I did not listen. I grew up with Gus by my side. Whenever I had a problem, I would go to him, and he would help me to regain strength to keep moving forward. He would constantly make me laugh by stealing my food from my plate, and years later, not having a care in the world. I will never forget how he used to walk up and greet you, and he was too lazy to continue standing as you'd pet him, so he'd drop right to your feet. Unfortunately, life has a funny way of taking things that we love the most way too soon. I remember the last time I saw him. Cancer had taken over his poor body. He could barely stand, and he didn't have any fight in him that he used to have. Once I received the call that he had to be put down, my heart ached. My sweet buddy was leaving me all too soon. I remember my last conversation with him over the phone as he was being put down. As he panted his last breath of life, I thought back to all the memories that we had made together and all the lessons he had helped me learn and how he would no longer be in pain. I'm so glad my parents gave in and got me Gus. He was truly the best friend a girl could have. Rest in peace.
Carla Hughes,
Regina Rich,
Jordan Rich,
Chase Porter,
Carl Blanton,
Cody Porter,
Peggy Blanton, Jackson Rich,
that was wonderful.